Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the little bit of a delay. How are you doing? How is everybody doing? This is going to be very interesting stuff because this is the first time the LickHub episode number 1 is happening. Well, actually, LickHub's series is happening for the first time. And we are going to be playing on 7-string guitar. My beautiful RGD, Mr. Harry, is going to be here. And I would be introducing you to the lovely Donny Burbage from the band Aether Realm. Now, the thing is that what about is this LickHub series? It's all about licks. I'm going to be learning a lot of licking. I mean, I'm going to be learning licks, guitar licks from different, guests around. But today, I got Mr. Donny here from Aether Realm, and here he is. Mr. Donny, how are you doing? Oh, geez.
I'm solid. How are you doing, dude?
I'm all right, man. I'm gonna set up my camera a little bit more so that people at least can see my face as well, not just the guitar.
That's like the problem I always run to with like trying to teach lessons and then like do this. It's like, can you see my face? Can you see the guitar? And it's like, man, sometimes just go, just look at the guitar. Who cares? It's fine.
Exactly. So that's gonna be something that I need to really upgrade my gear around as well. So there's gonna be like the way that you have the wham cam, you know? I'm gonna have a little bit of a different thing around as well, because right now you are seeing me from that cam, which is my mobile cam, but the cam over there is the one which is going in the stream.
It's interesting because I'm watching the stream at the same time, like over here and you over here,
Right.
and it's like I got you in 2 different angles.
Is it very nice?
It's very nice.
Do you like?
Yes.
Right. But first of all, man, thanks for coming to the stream. And thanks for, doing this episode with me, because this is going to be very, very exciting. This is going to be, I'm looking forward to it. There's going to be a lot of people coming in, and this is going to become something for sure. But you, sir, introduce how are we doing and what are we going to do today? Basically, what I knew that you have a standard tuning, but I had a, one step down standard on the 7th string, but you have a standard anyway. So we have a lovely Jim Dunlop capo here. So, just to
that's cool.
Break a little bit of laws, as we always love to do.
It'll do the job.
It'll do the job, exactly. So what's the agenda today? What do we have?
Okay, so what we got going today is we have a plethora of licks to cover, okay? And I've got some that are just like downright like bonkers easy, and then I got one that's a little wonky, little tough, but it's really fun to play. I think you'll be able to nail it, no problem.
All right.
It's like a string skipping thing. It's not beyond your abilities, I think, honestly. I think you'll
cool.
get it, no problem.
Cool. So. Well, let's have a look. Let's let's get into it and see what am I able to learn today from you. I'm looking forward to it.
So,
learning new stuff is always cool and always fun. And by the way, people, give Donny a follow on Twitch. Now, the following means that it's a different thing on Twitch, because we both are Twitch streamers as well, by the way. You can follow our channels on Twitch. You would be able to find Donny's links in the chat as well. I would be, or one of these, bots would be doing it, or one of the mods would be putting up Donny's link as well. So check out all his links there. Follow us there. He does a lot of streams, music-wise. So, now, let's get into it.
So, I can actually show you the tabs on my screen right here if you want to see them real fast.
All right, sure thing. That's fine too.
Cool. Okay, so right here, this is the tabs I got currently for this little diddly here. And this is a very kind of like Mixolydian Jason Becker from like that era that he was in with David Lee Roth kind of lick.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so play it for us so that we know what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just kind of like, I'll do a little delay, but.
All right.
That's the lick.
Cool.
And it feels good underneath the fingers. It's like a really good warm-up one that I like to do. It's not a burner, but it's just good licks.
Interesting. So play it for us again.
Sure.
So go there. Am I playing it correct or am I playing it wrong? Because if it is playing 13, right? Because of course that's now
So
gonna be the fun bit, right? Because
yeah, you're in a different tuning.
exactly. So
Whatever your E note is
so
the
I mean,
high.
like I would have to play from the 15th. I mean, like of course I just have to add 2 more notes to everything that you are playing, right? So mine would become right. So it would become like
Yeah.
15, 15, 14, 14, right?
I can change the tuning on it for you real fast if you want also.
Nah, that would not be fun because most of the people might be sitting with the standard tuning. You know, it's my thing because this what happens with nowadays. Like guitar players having so many different tunings as well. You never know what's gonna happen and what's happening. You either have to have all the different guitars in different tunings in order to do the online lesson things or to learn things, or then just start transposing and so on. So that's what I do. I transpose. So that's not a problem at all. Right?
Honestly, yeah, I think that's like a skill that like I work with some people on my students anyway, just because I think like, hey, you can transpose this for whatever tuning you're in to make it the same thing, or you could even change the fingering and find a way that might fit better for like the way you want to play this or like that. I think certain picking styles lend themselves to specific ways that you would fret something.
Exactly. So to play it again the way you play it and describe like where do you emphasize the most?
Okay, so the first note is slid in. So this first part is kind of like the 12th fret, the high E is like the big deal. Like,
Wait a minute. Are you actually a half step down standard?
no, I should be in standard. Yeah, I'm definitely standard.
Because why
You should be
am
on the
I then
14th fret, I think. Are you a whole step down?
I'm whole step down.
Yeah, you should be on the 14th fret then. That should be your 14th high.
Okay, let's do the math here, all right? I've had a really long day today. So let's do the math here. It's
Maybe
a
I'm out
whole
of tune.
step.
Let me check my tuning first. No, okay, I'm good actually.
So you're in standard right now, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So if you're playing on 13th fret and you're playing 12-12 and you're playing E, you're okay, let's do so. Play the open E for me.
Are you a half step or a whole step lower?
Let me check my tuning. This is the problem that I have with the, I don't tend to use this guitar that much either.
Guitar is awful.
And, that's why we have Evertunes, man. Just tune once and, like, let it be. I mean, like, what are we talking about here? So let's have a look. I'm fine. I was, yeah. I was, my bad. Right.
Sure,
Exactly.
I got you.
So I was
I know what
half
happened.
step down. I wasn't a step down because I was supposed to put this guitar step down some time back. So now that time did never come, as it's time to put the guitar a half step more down. So let's get back into the whole thing. Now that was epic embarrassment.
I feel like, am I like really bright on your stream? Like,
Are you bright? Man, you're always bright. You're daylight.
Pretty bright,
I'm the fucking like darkness. You're the daylight.
Is that what it is?
Are you really bright? I don't notice. I think you're fine. Or you can dim it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, like you could bring it a little bit more down. So very nice. I like, wow, in a mood, yes. Well, basically, you being from North Carolina out there, I'm sitting in Finland, so obviously I'm gonna be more darker, Right. So now the other thing that I wanted to know about, like, was like, are you playing economy picking there, or like, what are you doing?
Okay, that's a good question. So this is yeah. So starting right here, actually, you know what? Let me do this. Let me just pull up the Power Pro.
Right.
That way I can kind of like show you, and I'll just put in the picking as well for
Yes.
it. That way you got it all, you know.
Right.
If it will launch. Come on, open file. So yeah, I economy pick a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some things that I do alternate pick because I feel like it's necessary. A lot of riffs I'll alternate pick, but then I'll kind of do this like back and forth between the two.
Right.
Uh, and it just kind of depends on like what it is. And I do it for like just like smooth ease, and then also for like how I want the accents to be.
Cool. Right.
Let's see. This is the okay.
So what is
There
the
we go.
thing that you're doing here? Right. Exactly. So where
Okay,
are
so
you?
this
You play? You start with a downstroke, or you start with an upstroke? How do you start?
I do this down, up, down,
All right. So.
then down.
All right. Because okay, in my case, I would completely just go down, 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 and then up.
Like you sweep it kind of like down, down,
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Like
yeah. Right, right, right.
yeah, like
Exactly.
yeah. I do the down, up, down because I feel like like it's weird because like this lick is very much like this is a Jason Becker lick. It's like one of my
All right.
favorite licks. And I feel like he might have done down, up, down because it's like this middle note wasn't the same as these two outside ones, like 13
Right.
and 12. So like I think he might have done up, but it doesn't matter. You do down, down, down. It's okay. And
All right.
then hit this with an up if you want. You know, that would make really good sense also.
Exactly. Because
Yeah, and you
so
get
it's
like
like
that, like kind of like rolling, almost Frank Gambale vibe to it now. You know,
exactly,
which is really
exactly,
cool.
exactly.
Um, the big thing is this, which is down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up.
All right.
So
All right. So you go down, up, up. So it's like down. All right. Wow. Okay. So down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up. Wow, man, you got an interesting way of doing things. Okay.
yeah, it's very peculiar. Now you can actually alternate pick that if you want, like
Exactly.
with
That would be more
yeah.
comfortable for me.
Yeah, and I think actually if you alt pick this, to me it has a very precise sound to it. And I think if you want this to be more like that, it lends itself better to that kind of vibe.
Like.
And then you also get to end on a down pick, which is kind of nice as well.
Okay, so I added a bit more vibe to it.
No, but see,
Well, fun.
that's the beauty of like teaching, like just like learning licks from each other, because I love this idea.
Right.
I've always wanted to like do this with other guitarists all the time because I'm like, I like seeing how other people approach something, you know? And
Exactly,
then you just mangle
exactly.
it up and make it your own thing, you know? That's like the best part about it.
Exactly. So if I were to do it my thing, like. So like just.
Yeah, see, and then Ripper immediately. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So
It's beautiful.
It's. I did take that, but I want to learn your technique. You know, that's what I want to learn. Like that's what I want to. I want to do what you do, not like what I do. Me do. No, I want to do you. You do me.
So I actually have.
No, wait a minute. What did I say? Okay, let's not. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So actually, right here, then I have a D minor run that's basically lends itself to economy picking.
All right. Okay. Cool. Cool. Let's have a look.
So it's just a normal D minor.
Down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. Wow, man. Wow, you would not do it alternate all the way?
I think you can do this because the beauty is if you did alternate pick this, you do land on a down pick, but I'm actually better at economy picking this than I am at
So
alternate picking this one.
showcase to us, like, how do you do it? I mean, full cam
Okay.
so that the people are able to see
Yeah.
it as well. Okay.
So the lick
So
would
if you
be
play it
it's basically
slow,
just yeah. So I'm gonna show you the shape. It's just this D minor.
right?
You just end right there.
Mhm.
So
Right. Okay. Right. hmm But if you show to us slowly, like how you're doing
Yeah.
it, like what's the whole process? Yeah.
okay, so you're gonna start basically 12, 14, 15 fret on the D string.
Mm-hmm.
So whole step, half step shape, down, up, down, and then 12th
Mhm.
fret. So and the way that I do this is that basically, maybe I can bring in this so you can kind of see my right hand a little better.
Wow, it's very
Yeah.
nice.
Very nice, right? Yeah. Okay, so
Cool.
basically, we're gonna go down, up, down, down. So down,
Right.
up, down, down.
Right.
And the reason I do this is because of this like idea of like taking classical lessons. Like they kind of go like, oh, you need to prepare the finger when you play and stuff like that. And
Mhm,
I
mhm.
hated classical guitar, but I did steal some of their ideas, and I kind of like was like, well, if I just go down, up, down, and then I put my pick on the string already, and that way it's just like a simple.
Mhm.
My pick is like already there, ready to play the next note.
Right.
So when I do this, it's simply just down, up, down, down, up, up. So that's 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 15.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's when I go back to the 12th fret on the G string.
And that's where you repeat, right? So there's a repetition of
yeah,
your
so from
right
this
hand,
point,
at least.
it
Right.
starts on the 14th fret. So then this is actually up, down, down, up, down, like that. So
All right. Let me see.
yeah.
Fuck! I need to keep the economy there. So that's gonna be slightly harder for me. Wait a minute. So you play the 14th fret on the D string with the upstroke, or you
Yeah.
play? Okay. So
Exactly.
down, up, down, down, up, up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not go there. But something like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it's kind of like the cycle to it. You know, it's like
Uh-huh.
basically this is a pattern that isn't really meant like note value wise. It's kind of more comfortable with like you're gonna go up like 4 or 5 notes, then come down to the next adjacent string, then go up a string, down a string, but you're on the second note of the beginning of the run now. I mean, kind of, that's the pattern pretty much.
All right. So where are the accents? Where do you? Because you know in economy picking most of the time that the people don't realize that it becomes so easy to have the accents at the wrong place. That what happens with the economy picking.
Yeah. So in economy
Right.
picking, the accents are not always on the down stroke.
Right.
They can be on the up stroke as well. But
Right.
uh, so economy picking kind of lends itself more for like playing like where you're at on the guitar, as opposed to being concerned about like rhythmically what's happening. So like the weird thing about it is that you have to like work really hard to make it rhythmically perfect sounding. Because like
Right.
when you play it, it might sound like, oh, it's smooth sounding, but it sounds like every note is picked, and so it still sounds almost like alternate picking.
Mhm.
Someone like me and you kind of tell when someone's alternate picking versus economy picking
Right.
because we're just used to like the very precision sound of alternate picking compared to economy picking, which is a very rolling sound to it.
Right.
But
Right.
it's like the rule is that whenever you're moving in this direction, it's always going to be with a down. And when you're moving in this direction, it's always going to be with an up.
Meaning descending and ascending. I mean
The
descending.
problem, yeah, so the problem is if you do
Upwards.
like a descending,
Ascending.
you did,
Right.
like you did something like that. It's like, you actually have to do the first 2 strings. You have to actually alternate pick because it'd be down, up, down, up, down, up. So the first 2 strings you have to alternate pick, but then everything else down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up. So then everything else is on the ups, but the first one is down, down, then up, down, up, down.
But you can always start with up, down, up as well.
You could, yeah. In which case, if you start up, down, up, then you could literally just kind of like do the whole economy picking up the whole way. Or again, if you're alternate picking, if you did that and you made it kind of fit rhythmically perfectly, then you would end on a down pick and be all nice and comfortable. Yeah. The weird thing about economy picking is you have to get used to the idea of beginning on a down but ending on an up.
Exactly. Which is the interesting part.
The weird thing.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be an economy player like long time back, but now, like, of course, since the whole pick slanting and everything like that involved and so on, it just once you get a hold of pick slanting, there's no way. There's like you don't require economy picking that much unless and until like I've patterns of like the odd patterns. If I do something like a shape of, or the block of 5s and 5s, and then I bring in 6 into it, like. So then it would be like, whoa, okay. Then economy could do me benefit, like in many cases. But like in this case as well, like I can totally hear that economy can do magic, but so can the alternative picking, even if you start with an upstroke. Like, so you're.
And this is one of those kind of like licks that I show to kind of be like, you can alternate pick this, or you can economy pick this lick. You know, like. But like you said, like the time that it really kind of shines really is when you're doing like a quintuplet, like it's blocks of 5 or something like that, which I ironically happen to have right here.
All right.
So this is a lick that I kind of like did. It's a very kind of Paul Gilbert-ish sounding thing where it's just the practice playing quintuplets, and it's not too bad. It's just kind of like so that's kind of like the first 2.5 measures there. It's just, but then,
okay, so wait a minute. So 9 meaning basically I'll be playing what? 10. Yeah. So. Right? So,
so
I'm getting confused here. Wait a minute.
So
11,
the trick...
then 12, 11, 12, 11, and then 12. Aha. So the 12 is like...
Yeah, that's basically
your
that's
pulse. A downstroke.
Kind of give you... Yeah. So
okay. So why do you start then downstroke? Like that's the because I'm ending at 12. I'm ending at 12.
If I so I'll explain why. The reason why is because the last note is beat 1 will be 12 right here again because you're going to repeat this phrase. So you just play this phrase and repeat it over and over again, which puts you on the downstroke.
But you're doing the economy, so that's one of the reasons. I mean, like, if I were to do it, like, I would play it with up, down, then down, up. So I would end up with the up as well anyways. You got my point?
Yeah. If you went up, down, up.
Exactly.
Down right here. It's just now you have to get used to the idea that the
economy
beat 4 is on the up pick.
Yeah,
whereas in this scenario, beat 4 is on my down pick. So I kind of changed it on you.
Right. Exactly. Which is cool because then, you know, I'm getting out of my comfort zone. Like, I'm getting out of my comfort. So let me try it again. Again, I forgot. And then start with the downstrokes. So. Nine. Shit. Damn, man, you got weird stuff going on. Okay, yeah, exactly this. Like down, up, down, down. That's really interesting. I never do that. Down, up, down, down. Okay, so let's try it again. Let's play it again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play slowly. Let me know if I'm doing it wrong.
Absolutely.
Ah, again, up. Shit. Correct?
Yeah. And then you just repeat right there. So, and the way you count this is jaka jaka.
Okay, that could you play it like in one go, repeat it a couple of times so I would see your right
Yeah,
hand? Can you
so
bring
I'll
the
do-
cam closer?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Here you go. And then I'll
Right.
do I'll bring in this also so you can see my right hand.
Very nice. Damn it, man. Like, this is something, this economy run I would have to... Because I can do it with the alternative picking, right? But then it would be...
Yeah, I think if you can do this
Right.
lick alternate picking, that's to me, I'm pretty positive that's how Paul Gilbert would have done this. Because he's kind of like all about alternate picking.
Yeah, but he is an... Actually, this was the mistake that he did, which he did not know about a long time back. So he is in like the same very, very famous lick of Paul Gilbert, which is... Right? So he starts with an upstroke because he wants to stay like the inward picking routine. So he doesn't want to go outward, right? Because if I start here with a down, up, down, then I become like with the outward picking technique right here. Right? So that's why it would become easier for doing that Paul Gilbert style, like starting with an upstroke, basically. Starting the 9th fret on the D string with an upstroke, then you're fine.
And not to mention, like if you do the alternate picking and you start with the upstroke on that, you get a really good strong accent on that next downstroke. You know, and that's like part of the nuance needed for that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Whereas whenever I'm doing this lick, like I'm trying to make it very even sounding until I hit down on the 12th fret. So from 9, 10, or 9, 11, 12, 9, 11, and then I'm gonna hit 12 again. That's where I want my accent to be.
Damn it. Okay, yeah. So you always, actually, when you go downwards, like when you're ascending in the guitar playing or notation playing, that's the problem that most of the guitar players always look at and have when you say to them, hey, ascend. Then they're like, ascend meanings like they start thinking the other way around. So
they go
ascend
like this
means,
way, and I'm like, no.
No, exactly. So notation-wise, you're ascending, meaning you're going forward. So every time that you're going forward and it's a 3-note per string, you always tend to do, if you're starting with a downstroke, obviously, you tend to do the economy all the way, right? For instance, if there is a C major... What the hell?
Yeah,
1, 2,
so
3.
I would do down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So.
Right. Interesting. Damn it, I need to get used to that because...
And it's like a weird, like if you look at the way that my thumb moves is like the weirdest part of it, because it's kind of like it's something that I've noticed, and I remember like y'all had those like videos of like Timu's right hand with like the picking, and it was like in slow motion, and I was like, man, I want to do that with my hand to kind of see like, to kind of get a better idea and a better understanding of like what my wrist is doing, what my thumb is doing for these motions, you know, because it's like I really want to explain them more in detail, but it's hard because I don't necessarily know 100% other than I've kind of tried as much to pay attention to it as much as possible. But like my thumb here is kind of like a weird motion where it's like,
Yes.
And like descending is like and it's kind of weird because like if you watch like Jason Becker's right hand when he sweeps, he does like this like really mean angle on it, right?
Exactly.
Like I'm almost doing that when I'm picking, where it's like slant picking, but it's like in a weird way. But if I'm doing like a ripping run, my pick kind of stays very straight most of the time. It doesn't really I don't really move it too much, you know, and it's kind of like you have to like it's almost like a circular motion with your hand as well. It's kind of really weird to explain, but I
Yeah.
would love to like have something with like a high speed camera that can like slow it down and just like really watch everything that's happening. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, but like, okay. Well, that's a topic that, of course, we're not going to touch today because that is completely going into the pick slanting zone. Like, this is something that needs to be like, if you're into alternative picking and if you're into the full-on pick slanting mode, then it would be very, very beneficial. I mean, like, if I were to be able to, like, wait a minute. So let's do that. I'm gonna show you a little bit. Let me bring out the cam here and zoom it in. Zoom it in, and where am I? Or where are we? There we are. Oh, wow. That's the wrong direction. That's my face. You don't need to go there. So if you look at my camera right now,
Yeah.
I don't know how good can it pick it up, but let's do it this way. All right, here. So what you're talking about is exactly the same rotation that happens just because of your thumb, right?
Right, yeah.
So this is what the pick slanting is about. Like, you just have to get used to the element that, because when you're playing like down 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 up down down up down, right?
Right.
You're even if you keep your pick straight, you're kind of like still locked in, right?
I see. So it's more of like a slanting, you're like slicing it almost, or not
No,
slicing
the
it.
slant would be this. If I were to do slant, anything that you change a string and you have to play an upstroke while you were playing downstroke, for instance, down, up, down, that would be a slant. Down, up, that's a slant. So you go away from the string. So if you see my hand on the same direction, what you were talking about is exactly what I'm doing, the same thing, because my wrist is not moving much. But what is happening is that my finger, actually my index moves.
Yeah. It's funny because like I know that I do that when I do alternate picking. Like literally, like if I did like like the lick where it's like you have like but you want that note to be your one, so you start third like that one, you know.
Right.
And like that one, I know for a fact it's like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, you know.
And that's what
like that one.
That is something like of a quick motion, which we talked about already with the Paul Gilbert thing. Right? This one. So we can already, if we do up, down, up, up. Right. So if you start with an upstroke, you automatically kind of have a vibe of the pick slant there without thinking about it much. Right? That's one of the reasons Paul Gilbert was never thinking about it much, because he was like, he loves to play with an upstroke. Like, he's just like, yeah, everything works, it's fine, right? So up, down, up, automatically you are down there. So if you're a downward pick slanter or pick, like if you just play down and your angle is always there, then it would be difficult for you to do an upstroke, like, you know, change the whole wrist position or the whole motion like that way. But anyways, getting into the whole thing again, it's about you today that I'm learning from. So I need to get used to your technique, which is going to be fun.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good because it's like, I've heard of this and I've kind of looked into it a little bit, but it's nice to hear someone kind of like show you, you know what I'm saying? It's like just like, is it this or this? They're like, oh, it's this. It's like, okay, perfect. That's what I thought it was, is what I'm doing. That's fantastic.
I mean, in summary, I can tell you this thing, that if you were to play something slower and look into it deeply, like closely, anything from changing the string, for instance, you were playing starting from whatever, and if you have to change your string and play next string with an upstroke, pick slanting applies. It always happens. It always happens. If you're ascending or descending. If you are doing, even if you're going like down, up, pick slant happen. If you were to be coming backwards, which was like down, up, pick slanting happens.
Right. See, the only way that I find that you can kind of like do alternate picking is you do 4-note per string, which is like absolutely uncomfortable on the guitar, or you repeat a string. You know what I'm saying? Where if you're especially like
right.
something like that, where you just like repeat the string every time, like then
exactly,
which is nice because it's like
yeah.
like you always start on the down on that, you know.
That was one of the reasons why these, you know, but back in the days, like when we listened to the 80s solos most of the time, they're always like, you know, ascending like.
Yeah, because it was like, easy to do.
It was so easy. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
oh, I got you. I know what you're doing. You know?
Exactly. But that's where Malmsteen was different because he used to eat the notes with legatos. So that's one of the reasons he was a downward pick slanter. Like he had a very like angled way of holding the pick. So he used to actually just always start with the downstroke, but always kind of lose any of the pick slanting that he had to do or move his wrist more about. He would just eat it up into legatos. So that's
one of the things that I've often wondered about, and I kind of would love to like look for more into is, you know, like the fact that like I know that I don't hold my pick at an angle where it kind of slices the string. I hold it where it's like really just flat against the string.
Right.
And I just like the thwacky sound that you get out of it from that. But like I feel like when I do that, alternate picking is harder for me. Whereas like when I'm alternate picking, I kind of, you know, turn it in a little bit so that way I kind of slice the string a little bit.
Right.
But it's like with economy picking, it seems like if I
get it.
Like,
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's easier for economy picking to hold it that way, but the other way to hold it for alternate picking. So,
but if you would do the same thing, but rather not use that much of your tip, just use tip is enough, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no.
I mean,
I literally use
tip does the job.
This is a normal sized guitar pick. This is my guitar pick. It's like these little small, very sharp, and I like. That's all you need. Right.
That's all you need. Tip does the job. That's all you need.
Oh, every time.
All you need is love.
All you need is tip.
Exactly. Yeah.
Especially if you're a server in the United States of America, please tip your servers. Okay, so I got this other one right here. Okay.
All right, let's do that.
So this one is kind of like a fallback lick for me. This is one that I like to just do. This is one that I actually even played in one of our songs. And this, you know, I'm gonna just show you my favorite licks. Basically, none of them are like crazy hard. They're just gonna be like
the whole point.
Fallback licks. You know.
Right.
So this one is
okay. So let's see. So 15, 14.
I'll zoom in a little bit for you. There you go.
So play it again, please.
Yeah. So I'll show you full thing.
All right. So, oh yeah, my sound. And what was next? So it's
This one's in B minor right here.
Something like that?
Close, actually. Yeah, it's it's like actually. So it's. The weird part is like it's 10 like roll
there
right
we
here.
Go. Right.
Like
I got
that's
you.
Like the wonky part about it.
Yeah.
Other than that,
that's pretty
easy.
Okay, so it could be something like.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and you're in B minor too, so you can hit your open B.
Oh yes. I can hit my open B.
Low.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I like that. I like that one bend note you did. It was kind of very Party Crazy sounding.
Which one?
Like you did like
Yeah, it's
that kinda
I'm
like
just sliding to 12 and then I do the yeah. Right. So it's just sliding into from 10 to 12.
yeah. That
Yeah.
that like little step over because that's like that free.
Yeah.
That kind of like
I mean, that is because of me thinking about like playing without the Whammy bar, right? Like so.
yeah.
So in case I do have the Whammy bar, which I'm very happy about, thanks to Ibanez for sending this over, so I could do. Right. Okay. But that's a cool lick.
Thanks. Yeah, that's like one of my fallback kind of like. It feels good under the hands again. You know, it's not too crazy, but it's very melodic. That's what I like about it. You know.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
You say like you do that because you're used to not having the whammy bar. It's like there's a song where we have to play, but I'm in drop A. I don't have a 7-string that's in drop A with a whammy bar on it. I have just this one, so I'm stuck in standard with this guitar.
Oh yeah.
You can't, you know, if you got floating bridge, you cannot change your tuning. You are stuck there forever.
Oh yes, sir.
So you know, I'm like, okay, I have another guitar that's a fixed bridge, but the solo was written with a whammy bar, so I have to do all these like that, just like slide up and hammer on to kind of like mimic the whammy bar. You know?
Exactly. No, I totally get it. But wait a minute. Let me see that tab again because I was thinking what you're doing here, you're pulling off from 15th to 14th. You're going to upstroke, downstroke. So you are literally playing that. What I was doing, I was sliding all along because I've got a couple of licks as well where kind of like, you know, something. So I tend to do a lot of slides in there. That's one of the things that I loved about that you added one slide only there. But what I was doing, I was sliding. So instead, pull off. There's a slide there. So the 14th to 12th.
Yeah, that is.
So there is, right? So I heard it correctly when you were playing.
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
Good catch.
All right. So now play one more time for us, but slowly. And showcase us the right hand, because that is what we are, well, at least I'm interested in. In the right hand, if you know what I mean.
So here you go. Oops. I don't even know how to play my
I know. Yeah, cool. That's awesome. So
what's really fun about this lick is that this lick actually, for me, it like I was trying to figure out the beginning of like when you're playing Ocarina of Time. It's like in your inside a house. It's like bum 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 bum. But the whole like
right.
Like that. Like that's like literally what I was trying to do, and I just kind of like twisted it and made this lick out of it. Is what happened.
Awesome. Cool. Well, no, it sounds good. Like, of course.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can do the whole pattern now if you want.
Right.
Okay, so
Coolio,
since I know
that was
Whammy
that,
Bar works,
sorry?
since I know that your Whammy Bar works, I've got some Whammy Bar licks for you now.
Oh, I like to lick the bars. Oh, I like, sorry, what?
Yeah,
I
right here.
like to
Here's
lick in the bars or the bar.
really lick it. This is a really lick one, okay? So the way that this works is I'm a big fan of Matthias Eklund, and he's
Oh,
this
yeah.
guitar player from Sweden. Like free guitar, free kitchen.
Indeed.
It's absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of the one that got me into doing these harmonic tricks and whammy bar kind of weird
Right.
things. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what this one is basically. This is kind of like a very Matthias thing. I actually have a list that I can give you
Mm-hmm.
that has all the harmonics on the G string, every
Mm-hmm.
single one. And it has weird ones that I actually had to write an email off to Guitar Pro telling them, hey, I can't do this one harmonic because you don't allow me to notate it. Because
Wow.
it's in between the frets, and it's like,
Wow.
I can't do that. So I'm waiting to hear back on that. But basically, this one is 17th fret G string natural harmonic. You're going to pre-dive, pop the string, and then snap it up, and then hit the low G on your 6th string. I wrote this on 6th string. So
Okay.
this is basically your G note. So the sound is this.
Now you gotta show us like with the full screen.
Yeah. Okay, here you go. Here's the full screen. So
So what you're doing here is
yeah,
right?
and you want that harmonic to ring out over it.
Right.
So it has like really weird. The weird thing about this is that this G note is actually not possible to play on the guitar. It's too high. This note is actually
Mm-hmm.
past
Mm-hmm.
the 24th fret, so
Right.
it's like way up there,
But so you are, that is the other thing. I'm from the Dimebag school of pinch harmonics, So I would dive in first, play with my left hand, like my index, lift off the strings, then do the harmonic, like for instance. Right?
Yeah. So what's interesting is that what's interesting is that Matthias doesn't actually pick the note. He actually
Exactly.
slaps it with his left hand.
Exactly. Yeah,
You know,
exactly. That I remember as well. Yeah.
And he kind of like he'll mute it with his finger and then slap and then kind of like pull off. Like it's like
Yeah.
he like flicks it off on a thing.
He's got
And
that
I'm not
weird
able
technique. Yeah.
doing that. I actually like dive it and I actually pick it. So I pre-dive.
So you do pick it. Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's a crazy.
I can't do it. I've tried numerous times. I get it like 1 out of every 10 times, It's
Right.
like I'm like, how do you do this, dude?
Right. I mean, I remember his story that with Caprison, he was like very, very, very much careful with when he was making his signature models as well. That he was like, okay, there are certain things that I need from this guitar to do or harmonics, and how he did that. Like that's when I met him, like 2009 was it? Yeah, 2009, because he hired Guy Hatta to do his solo stuff because no other drummer could do, and the only machine that could do was Guy Hatta. So he was like, what the hell? So we went to see that gig, and then he was showcasing, and of course the way he showcases is just like Malmsteen as well. Everything is so easy, so you just do it like like yeah, right.
Yeah,
just,
yeah. It's funny because like I'm like good friends with the dudes in Evergrey, and like can do it no problem. Also, you could like do the whole slap thing, and and I also found out from Tom that Matthias is like his brother-in-law, I think, or something like that. Like I was like, what in the world? Like they're like,
what the hell?
Like his sister or something. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. So they're like really good buds, and they're all really good at doing the harmonic trick too. And I'm like, what is with you guys?
Yeah, it's a Swedish thing, Like yeah, it's just so easy. You just do it like this, you just do it like that, and then it's right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, but that was pretty cool. I mean, I liked it. I liked the idea of that. Like, but for some reason, it's not ringing at the back. I'm hitting the G too hard, probably. I'm hitting the G string too hard.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Almost, honestly, if you just kind of like fret it with your left hand only. Right.
But that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just hitting it too hard. Maybe I should just, you know, make love to it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, it's cool because, like, you know, if you're playing it really well,
yeah,
it'll lock. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh wow, this is really in tune, like right now. You know?
Exactly. Have to get used to it like that. But that's a pretty cool one. Thanks for showing that one as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're liking this shit, definitely go follow Donny on Twitch as well, on Instagram, sorry. And
Like that.
and definitely, I mean, like, this is getting more and more exciting. Of course. Show us more. Teach me.
Zany one, but this 10th fret right here is not correct. This is where I was saying I couldn't do the harmonic correctly, because if I hit natural harmonic, it says 9.6, and that's not the harmonic it's supposed to be. This is actually supposed to be 10.2.
Okay. Okay. What the hell's 10.2? Okay,
so imagine that you're on the 11th fret, like you're gonna fret that, and you know you might fret in the middle of it. So I'll kind of show you my left hand here. It's a 10th fret harmonic right over the 10th fret bar, but it's like a little past it.
All right.
So this it's like a note.
Are you doing it on the B string? What was it? G string?
Now you will be a half step lower, I think. So you'll have an A flat maybe.
So
you have to go up a fret.
yeah.
That one is...
Got it. So it's this one.
29.
Okay.
Yeah, what's weird is that this one you can hit. I think my gate's a little bit too harsh right now. I gotta cut that boy. The only downfall is if you got a gate, these don't work.
All right.
So what's cool about this one is that something that I like to do a lot is I'll hit that note, which is an A.
Mm-hmm.
I'll grab the 17th fret. Which is displaced by an octave.
Okay.
Yeah, so like if you're like playing a lick and you know like you can kind of displace the octave in the lick or something like that.
Right.
These harmonics instead of displacing that. That's like another way to displace the note, you know, the octave pretty much. And so this one starts out like this.
Okay. So what were the notes again?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let me explain for you.
Correct?
Yep.
Jesus, man. So play for us for a little bit slowly.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So first, it's like the
Ah. And then 16th fret, you were doing something. What were you doing? Pinching it
that's
again?
16th fret harmonic, which is a high B note on your E string. It's actually the same as the 19th fret.
Right?
Yep.
Jesus, I need some practice with the whammy shit, man.
It's hard to grab. That one took me a little while to kind of practice. Honestly, I remember like spending like I think like a whole day just running that lick over and over again, being like, I'm
Jesus.
gonna be able to nail it. I swear, I want to do this because it sounds cool.
And the other thing is like I want to learn that aspect that like what does Mr. Matthias Eklund does, because if he is able to do it, just that's what Fexy actually. I have upstairs another fellow of mine. He's got a studio space of his own as well from a band called Stamina. I believe you know Stamina, right? As a Finnish band,
Yeah.
Right? They were with us on this. They were with us on the 70K as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he does the same thing as well. He has a thing where he, you know, just does it with his left hand as well. I was looking at him like what the, yeah. So I want to learn that for sure, but I never have the use of it, so I don't know what am I gonna learn it for. I mean, like I'm pretty fine with, but
Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, you know, and the funny thing is that like this note is also your 4th fret.
exactly,
harmonic.
exactly. That's what I do. Yeah.
But because I'm like up here,
Yeah.
so, what I want to do
So where do you go
nailed it.
down exactly? Where exactly do you go down?
13th fret right here. I kind of do it on the tail end of it. So I'd say it's like you go down like last minute.
Okay, so like right?
Yeah.
And then you always pinch, right? No, you pick it.
I pick
like,
it.
Right?
Yeah. So with my right hand, this is kind of the thing where the right hand is like a little more important on this one because I actually play this lick with my hand on the bar, like.
Jesus Christ. You
It's
whammy
uncomfortable.
You whammy wankers. I don't know how to do it.
It's really uncomfortable. It takes a
Right.
little while to get used to. It's like really uncomfortable. Just like, you know, like you get so used to like having your hand a certain way if you anchor your hand, if you float your hand, but then now it's like you gotta like have your fingers on the bar the whole time to be ready for the note, you know?
Okay, so you go down and then you pick already and then you come back. Okay, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Do it super slow. Not Malmsteen style, but slow.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like
Yeah.
somewhere.
Dive it a little bit more, like a little more on the dive.
Right.
Because it sounds zanier comes up like from really far out of nowhere.
It's there, kind of.
Yeah. It's like, you know when you dive down and you start to see the D string kind of pop up a little bit?
Right.
That's
I'm
when
just
you
getting-
want it. Like,
I'm just getting like that, you know, short space in between, just trying to grab that where to hit, where to, you know,
the timing's
pick.
awful.
Yeah,
The timing's so bad.
Oh man, Jesus Christ. Just trying
Yeah,
to do
when I
that.
literally told you I practiced all day. I mean, I literally this is all I did all day long. Like I didn't do
Right.
anything else. I practiced like over and over and over again so I could just nail it.
Right. Nail it like it's
And if you want to hear
hot!
this lick,
Okay.
if you want to hear this lick in action, this is actually in our song "Craft and the Creator," which is off of the newest album we put out.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, there's the Donny's link in the chat. So you're able to go and check out all the links. And of course, Aether Realm's links are down there as well. So you're able to pick up, Spotify, spot it, and find it, and then get that song. Check that song and play that song. Repeat after him. And then, yeah, become a whammer. Is that what you call it?
Yeah, a whamsman.
A whamsman, yeah. Yeah. What are you by profession? I'm a whamster.
Or
Sorry, what?
A whamstist, which means you probably went to school and you have a PhD, so you're probably like a whamstist instead of like a scientist. Whamstist.
Wow, whamtist. No, whams.
Whamtist. Yeah, that's good. Whamtist, maybe. I'm not sure.
Whamtist.
I don't really know how words work, so.
So this would be a wham stick.
Oh yeah, a wham stick.
See what I made? See what I did there? Uh-huh. Yeah. Always carrying it around. Like the guitar players always have the picks, wherever they go. Do you guys always have your stick as well?
Not everywhere I go. I always have literally this is always like if this is not on my guitar, it's in my Enki case, and I have like a special little box that fits in my Enki case that holds the wham stick.
Right.
But if I don't have a guitar pick in my pocket, and no matter where I go, I feel like naked. Like I almost don't even have I don't have my wallet or keys or something.
Right. Something is lost, right? Like what the hell?
Dude,
something's
my body
missing.
feels on a line. It's weird. Like
I really have not felt that weird when I did leave my wallet back home. But if I leave like one pick out of my jeans, I feel so naked. I feel like, oh my God, like there's something definitely missing. That's the weirdest feeling.
My wallet is like super thick. It's like it's like the same thickness as like my dad's wallet. It's like packed to the brim with like cards and receipts. There's no cash in it, and you cannot sit on it. It's just massive. It's like absolutely huge.
This is my wallet.
How is
That's
it so thin?
I mean, just a couple of cards. I'm not gonna open it on the live stream, but like, ladies and gentlemen, today my card is this card. Yeah, totally, yeah. Thank you. Come again. Right, but yeah, I mean, like this is the other thing as well. Like generally, it's just my driver's license inside and literally one. Like, oh yeah, this I can definitely show. Just 2 receipts and 1 card of Apple Store, because some things whenever need to happen, then I could just,
Mine has all my insurance cards in it. It has all of my like debit card. I have like 3 banks.
How many times? Okay, how many times have you lost it?
My wallet? Never. Yeah. Well, I don't know where I placed it most of the time, but I never. It's not like I my wallet. It's like, I'm not kidding. It's really this thick. It's like actually, it's like right here. Hang on, I'll show you. Like,
holy shite! I can tell for a fact. Donny likes thick things. Holy moly! Holy dang, man! What the hell? Is that like half of the, like a Burger King's burger right there, man?
Really? Yeah, it kind of is, actually, isn't it? It's like you just like take. Yeah. Actually, I can't even. You can't eat that. It's just too big. Yeah, that's like my wallet. It's like really massive. Like I just have my entire life is inside of it.
Wow. Like why do you want to put yourself at that kind of a risk?
I don't know. I don't ever lose this weird thing.
That's cool.
It's too big.
I mean,
also like
I learned.
Never mind.
I learned the hardcore lesson of losing my wallet a couple of times, and like, yeah, that was the time that I was like, okay, I started bringing my wallet more and more smaller, and to the point that I always have a copy of anything which is in here. Like, I always keep the copies in this, but not the original. So, yeah.
That's smart. I might do that. That's actually a good idea, because I've been thinking about kind of like slimming down. I mean, obviously you cannot sit on that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to like pull it out of your back pocket and like hold on to it, or just be uncomfortable on a bus ride the whole time. It's
Exactly.
horrible.
Just having that in your hand all the time.
Yeah,
Hello,
it's awful.
welcome.
That's really awful.
Damn, but cool. Yeah, exactly. So definitely, this is like losing a pick, not having a pick. Like I'm pretty sure there must be a pick in my genes. Yeah, because that's it. There we go. There is. Yeah. All my genes always have one of my originals every time. Like they're always there.
My
Gotta
favorite
be.
is the pick that you like use again. You're like, this has definitely been washed like 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna use it anyway, whatever.
Hey, the picks
It
need
has like
some
a
washing
it
as
has, like,
well,
a
right?
texture to it after it's been washed. Yeah, it's like a different texture to it, and you're like, this feels weird. All right, this has
That
been
feels
washed.
really weird. Exactly. Damn it.
Okay,
So what do we got?
I've got another one for you. I
Yeah.
got another one for you. Okay, check it out. This one is basically um a major 7 arpeggio that you're gonna dive down the last note that you hit, and then do some harmonics that you pop back up, and then hit the open E and dive that down.
All right. So showcase us a little bit first, please.
Okay, yeah, I'll do this one kind of slow because it is like a little bit of a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is basically it's this shape where you kind of like that kind of major 7. So
Okay.
I think you're hitting the sharp. But it's actually just like
Yeah,
you know
but
the
I was hitting it
shape
on
where it's like
purpose. I was doing it
oh,
on
I got
purpose.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
sounds cool and vi-ish and stuff. You're like, ooh.
Yeah.
So it's basically like that
Yeah.
that shape. But we're gonna add the 7th here. So
Yeah. So like right. Okay.
this one you kind of do. So I'll do that again. Uh, all right. You need to do it a little bit slower, or
No, this whole thing, like, doing because it's been a long time, man. I haven't done the whammy things at all, so I'm like,
I warned
you know,
you. I was like,
yeah.
hey, dude, you better screw that whammy bar in. You're gonna get ready for this. Like, I'm not trying to give you hard, but these whammy bar ones are hard though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's art of its own. Like, like it's like I have done other things. I'd rather stick with them, but all right. But this is fun. This is what gets me out of my comfort zone, makes me look bad. So that's good.
I'm always looking bad, honestly.
So, okay, and then you bring it here. What the fuck?
So after that 12th fret, so yeah, that's what comes back up. Yeah, so yeah, that interval always reminds me of a Dream Theater song.
Which one?
Pull Me Under.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I just need practice, man. I just need with that speed, I just need practice. That's the point.
Yeah, so. Really, it's getting your fingers around it, and then the speed you practice and you get up to speed. Like really, that's all that matters, But yeah, you got it. Like literally.
I'm gonna use these, man. I'm gonna use them so much that it's gonna be like, I'm gonna do like, my new Twitch content, all about Whammy, same things. For the next year, like, Donnie's gonna be like, dude, like, when are you gonna stop? No, I'm not
Dude,
gonna.
the Wham thing is my thing. Can you stop?
Can you give that fucking thing back? I mean, yeah. We didn't sign anything. We didn't agree anything. What you doing, man? Like, so, you know, once upon a time when I was doing the Whammy things, like, hey, that was my thing. I'm like, yeah. All right. Well, that was actually a cool one too. But like, it's
not
so
too bad either.
simple things, but yet they sound so great.
That's like
Right.
the thing that is like I try to strive for, because I got like, you know, like shredding is fun, but like I find that like most guitarists that like most guitarists can kind of shred, where like there's not really such thing as like someone who's like, you know, like you're not capable of doing this with enough practice. No one could do anything with enough practice, you know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? But like it's, for me, I'm always more interested in like, of something like, how did you think of that? You know, and I
Right.
like looking at stuff like this and seeing like, oh, this is a cool way to tackle this thing, you know, like this is just a major 7 arpeggio, but then I dive it at the end and do weird harmonic things because I didn't know what else to do at the time. I was like, well, I'll just do that, whatever. And then it sounded cool, and I was like, sick, I'll just keep that, you know.
Exactly. Now that was pretty cool. What else you got in the store for us?
Okay, so I've got a wild arpeggio.
Arpeggios are always, you know, that's what is Winter Sun.
I'm gonna be really honest with you on this one. This one I'm not super good at playing.
All right.
So there's a guitar player that I'm also a big fan of. Her name is Lori Lindstruth. And she's done a lot of stuff with Arjen Lucassen from Arion. And I actually had a very lovely pleasure of having awesome chats with Lori back in the day before, I think right when she moved to Sweden, on this like forum, like a guitar playing forum where people just like play music, upload things together, and kind of do stuff. And this is a very Lori Lindstruth type arpeggio because she was like the master of like really cool zany arpeggios and stuff.
Right.
So, and it also happens to be about the widest one I can think of. It starts on your open E string and ends on your high E string 24th fret.
All right. Okay.
So if you have a 6 string, this is the whole thing, you know.
Sure. Exactly. Let's do it.
So this is kind of like a weird A with an added ninth to it.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, show us. I was just playing, like, I was just testing myself.
I'm like, yeah, you're getting already, you know.
Right.
So basically, you just kind of.
Also, it's repeating. So it's repeating.
Yeah, literally. This point right here is literally just the major shape. That one, you know. But what you do is that you slide up to that note, tap that 24th fret. And the only weird part about it really is this part right here, which is basically kind of like this like open 5/7/9 7/9 slide 12th fret. Once you find 12th fret, this is on your pinky. At this point, you're on your pinky. It's just the regular major arpeggio shape right there, the C shape that everyone kind of knows.
All right. What I would do, like in that case, what I have been doing with my arpeggios as well, and then sliding, you remember we talked about it, I love to slide and so on. So what I did right now here, instead of sticking to this box kind of a shape, right? So I did.
almost like Eugene's Trick Bag. You know,
Not
where
sh-
it's like that from the movie Crossroads with Steve Vai
Ah,
and
yeah,
Ralph
yeah, yeah,
Macchio.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
I think it's like
Exactly,
that slide in
exactly,
the middle of it.
exactly.
Almost like that. Kind of like go about it, actually.
And of course, that would be interesting if you could do the, if you can repeat that, like. So kind of like open back and forth.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing is like you take a lick like this, and this is my manipulation of a lick that Lori Lynch had. You know what I'm saying? Hers was just like basically like that, and I was like, what if you did? Hope I tapped the right note. Gosh.
Yeah. Right.
And just kind of, you know, like
I was not able to do the 24th because of the, you know, fret
yeah,
limitations, ladies and gentlemen. We need to create new guitars, you know. This 24s are not enough. Yeah.
29 frets now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And 12 strings and, you know, 29 frets, like that's what we need, definitely.
Okay, I got this is a classic lick. This is a fallback lick for me.
All right.
Okay, yeah, so it's
Nice.
let's see, close up.
Wait.
Yeah, you just got double stop at the end. You just kind of like slap and that. Yeah, that's it. Boom, done. Classic. You can't get more classic than that. You know, the fallback lick for I think probably 90% of guitarists, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like that's what I do all the time.
Yeah, literally.
Something similar to that, but that's pretty cool. Cool.
All right,
That
right
was
here
nice.
is my most used lick of all time, and this one I refer to as Old Faithful.
All right.
And this
Wow.
lick actually,
Wow.
I actually counted. This one's actually I've used about 7 times on 2 different albums, so it's on a lot of songs.
Oh wow, cool. Now
See,
you exposed it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now he is exposed it.
My secrecy. Yeah, really just ripping myself off is what it is.
Exactly.
So this is an A minor.
Right.
It's pretty much. Oh wait, hang on.
Damn, that was nice.
Wait, hang up. Oh yeah. That's it.
Again. You know, that's the thing. There are certain things which each and every guitar player has its unique taste and sound to. I'm pretty sure with practice I would be able to do that, but like this possibly resides in Donny like cheese.
It's literally so much ingrained in me that I find myself doing it all the time, and I'm not even aware of it. You know, it's just one of those like, this is the most Donny lick I think that exists out there. You know, a lot of people like go, "Oh, I can always tell when you're soloing because you always have this like bluesy flair to it," and I'm like, I think of like, "Oh, you probably just heard this lick is what it was," you know, like you probably heard me play this lick is the thing. But.
Exactly. So wait a minute. So okay, that was a pull off. Of course, I read it as a hammer on. I was like, well, it is a hammer on actually.
Reverse hammer on. Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? That's the problem, so, like, because I'm doing it completely on, you know. I just gotta put one note forward. I mean, instead of 10, I'm playing 11. So how are you doing? Now show us your right hand as well, because I'm thinking like you would do. So I'm trying to, you know, bring the economy picking into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a clean channel, just so that we can kind of get this one a little bit more. So
Okay. So you do down,
yeah,
up,
that's whole
down,
legato. That whole string is legato. So
but do you do upstroke on the B string or a downstroke?
it's up. So this is down, up, down, up. What's up, Heinrich? Woo, it is a lick. You know this lick.
Wow.
Down, up, down, up. That's up, down, up, and then this is down. And actually, this is actually hammered on pulled off. I think it didn't save when I did that.
Ah, yeah. So you see, I would do the 9th fret on the G string down, and then down, down. So it's like...
Yeah, that works. Yeah, like literally just... So, like, the way that I see this lick is that this is kind of like the first part of it, where it's just...
Yeah.
And actually, this is slid down. Sorry.
Aha.
Yeah, and this note right here, the last note you can end on whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It depends on, you know, what the next note is, or whatever.
Right. Again, sorry. Da, da. Oh, not down. So downstroke, up, down, up. Up, down, up.
See, if you made me do alternate picking with something like
Yeah.
this, I would freak out. I'd be like,
Yeah. I totally get you. Okay, wait. Now let me see your left hand as well. Like, let me see your fingering. So what you are doing here is, how do you start? Do you start with your ring finger, or do you start with your middle finger, or how do you start?
I start on the ring finger, and it's basically like that.
See, that's what I would do. I would start with my middle finger, like...
Do you grab the B string then with your ring, or do you grab it with your second finger?
Depends. If I'm doing like this, then it becomes like the ring finger, right? But if I'm doing...
because you're gonna do...
Right. But then I am grabbing it with my... I'm grabbing it with my middle finger. So...
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that, like...
Yeah, it's like a finger extension.
All right, I get it. That's what I wanted to actually check. Because it could be made simpler by actually already moving with the pinky right here, which means like... Get my point?
Like, I tried that, and then I felt like the accent was like a little bit different, and I was trying to make it feel blurred, kind of like how there was. I wrote this was very kind of like you know, kind of like a swing vibe, and I was like, let me just rip it, and then I was like, oh, that's sick sounding, but I want it to be slurred sounding, like how like a kind of like a jazz or blues player would slur it a little bit. It's like a little sloppy sounding. I tried with my pinky, and it felt too like precise sounding, and I was like, okay, let me just do it all messed up sounding. And
right.
I just got stuck.
All right, but that was pretty cool as well.
So here's another one that I a lot. This is kind of like if I'm doing if I'm filling in for like a country gig or something like that, and it's just simple like. It's the easiest lick in the world.
So.
Yeah, you just move to the third.
Yeah, I do that all the time when I'm doing the.
Cool. So with that being said, here is a variant where you're gonna have to kind of like hybrid pick a little bit.
Right. What the hell? Yeah, these are the things that I'm not able to do. Hold on a
minute. What's weird about this is that this is kind of like what we call chicken picking. So hybrid picking is where you're kind of like finger picking with a pick also.
Yeah.
But chicken picking is where you actually just make noise on purpose. And the way you do this is that you take your second finger here and you put it on the string and you pick the note with the string on there, and then you pop it with your finger. That's how you get that like twangy, weird country sound. And it's really weird because like the way I practice it is you just go.
So, could I think I need to change my tone. Just hold on a second because it's too like it's too
It's better if you got a slapback delay also.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Better?
Yeah, perfect.
So like that?
Literally it. It's chicken picking 101 right there. You got it.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Noise. All you do. You just like literally just make noise. It's like that's the secret to it. Everyone's like, "How do you chicken pick?" I'm like, "You just make noise." Like, yeah, you just put some blues, lick, pentatonic runs, and then add a little bit of noise, and you're gravy. That's all you need. There you go. You can now get a job at in Nashville easily.
That's it, man. I'm coming over. Like, all right, babe.
Come on up. Come on down.
All right. That's what I've been waiting for. A lot of my friends were telling me about that. They were like, all right, man. We got a lot of job for musicians right there.
So here's a lick that's basically inspired by Albert Lee. Now, I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with Albert Lee, but Albert Lee is basically the country guitar shredder of the century. And I'm upset because he's not even from America. He's actually British, and he just plays country music better than most Americans. So good on us, I guess. We messed that one up. He did it better. I'm not upset about that. I'm just like, damn. Can't believe it, dude.
Exactly.
This is a very sick, kind of like Albert Lee sounding kind of lick. I'll play this one for you. This one's really, really kind of fast, and this one's like a rapid fire thing. But this is something like, again, it's not that bad. He would actually, and by the way, he alternate picks this. He does not economy pick this. You can see that I've actually economy picked this. This is how I would do it.
All right.
He definitely alternate picks this. But this one sounds best on cleanest channel. Here's what it goes like. So I'll do that a little bit again, one more slower.
Right.
And you can hear that kind of like that, like chicken picking hybrid pick kind of like
exactly. It has a very stank to it.
Yeah, it's all about that, like that kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So where does it start from? It starts on the 9th.
This is gonna start on the 9th fret. Yeah.
No.
That's yeah.
I mean, of course. I mean, I can do the I can do something around it, but I would not be able to do the exact thing. That's my problem. A lot of times, I'm not able to do the exact thing unless I sit down and then
Also, yeah, like I have to like actually like for me to like actually play the lick perfectly, exactly the same with all the like nuances, all the inflections. I have to actually practice it. You know.
Exactly.
But the cool thing is this: is that you're looking at this lick, you're trying to play it, but and you don't really play it perfectly, so you kind of do it your own thing, and you got your own lick now. And Nuno Betancourt did that all the time. You know what I'm saying? He literally
Exactly.
wrote about that in a Guitar One or Guitar Pro magazine, I think, that I
Mhm.
read. He was like, "Yeah, I really didn't know how to play all the Van Halen licks. I kind of tried to figure them out, but I just didn't remember them properly, so I just made my own licks by accident."
There we go. Exactly.
I'm like,
Simple. Exactly.
perfect.
I want to try it now. Let's see.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like that's a perfectly acceptable lick, like
I mean,
country lick. It ripped. It's a ripper too. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like,
I just brought a little bit of a Zach Wild vibe to it because that's what he used to do as well. Back in the Aussie days, like when, hi, this is Zach Wild here.
the thing is, like, for me, I like learning licks from different genres and then trying to apply them into a metal context. And I think it always seems to be like a really cool thing, And I do them from all kinds of different genres and stuff. Like, I try to mix like these like Spanish and flamenco vibes with like Latin American vibes, and then I'll throw in like blues licks or country licks in them. And like, it doesn't seem like it would actually work very well in a metal band that kind of plays like a style that's like, oh, this sounds like this like folk metal mellow death kind of type thing. But for some reason, I think we're able to kind of pull it off sometimes in a weird zany way. And it's just from trying to figure out how to make these licks work in a more metal context. But
Exactly.
honestly, this is kind of like an Albert Lee lick. It works in metal and it works in country, no problem. I think it's
Exactly.
fine.
I mean, if you bring a full on like distortion sound to it, it's like.
Yeah, it sounds like an 80s hair metal band, and that like an 80s hair metal band that would work.
Yeah, exactly.
100%, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be perfect.
Exactly. It's gonna be yeah, cool, man. All them ladies at like, all right, yeah. Okay, let's not. Okay.
All right, here's another old faithful lick for me. This is kind of like a lick that a friend of mine actually made up, and I stole from him. And
right. Okay. That was nicely put. Like, okay, friend of mine made it, and I stole from him. Like, okay.
I'm not even kidding. I literally did steal this lick from him 100%. And I use it definitely more often than he does.
Right.
He did it one time. I think he thinks that I invented it now at this point. But I know that he's the first one who came up with it, and I stole it from him. His name was Pat Brown. He's a good friend of mine from back in the day when I was like 16, 17. We used to play together in like my first band ever. He wrote this lick, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit to make it my own.
Right. All right. So let's have a listen.
I call this like a low to high lick. This is basically, I think every guitar player kind of has a lick where like you're really low pitch wise, and you gotta get up high, and you got like some like old faithful lick that you're gonna do.
You're pretty low in your life. You just gotta get high. What? Okay.
So this one, ironically, comes after the. So.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you'll like it because it has all the slides in it and stuff. You'll be about it because if there's one thing I like a lot is I like all the slidey stuff too.
Yeah. Oh, I just made it my own as well. Like, hey, wait a minute.
That's
like,
good. No, it's perfect. Yeah, because
my tone is not really that cool right now because I did not make a clean tone for this session. So let me check. Definitely do so. Yeah.
this like seems to work over like a 6 chord. So like I think I'm in D minor in this. No wait, I'm in. This is in B minor.
Wait a minute. So yeah, B minor, it would work, but like, hold on a minute. You were tapping somewhere as well, or did you do what? Like, or
no, I didn't tap.
Okay. Yeah. So. I don't know, for some reason, because I tend to do a lot of these.
That's like that hero joke.
Exactly, exactly.
It's funny, that hero Joshi scale Heinrich uses all the time. He uses it all the time. It's like
Really?
that's his version of his low to high lick. He'll
Wow.
do that hero Joshi scale to go from low to a higher spot. And
Right.
like it's funny because we were talking about this. And I was like, yeah, I got to make some of these licks. I got to write them down so that way Austin can have them and stuff like that. And I was like, here's one I got where it's like this. And Heinrich's like, oh, I got a lick that's kind of like that. And he showed me that. And I was like, that's that hero Joshi scale that you told me about. I was like, yeah, you know, it's
Right.
like what I do when I'm really low and I have to go up high. So I was like, hey, that's a good name for it. I'm going to call this my low to high lick.
But, like, wait a minute. The last one that you're doing here, are you using all 4 fingers, or you're just... So what are you doing exactly there?
So from this 12th fret to this 14th fret is a slide.
Right. And then what about the 17th?
So I don't know how to notate this because you don't actually pick this. This is kind of like a slur. And so it's like this is a slide that is slurred, I guess is the best way to put it.
Right. I'm getting you now.
This one is more of like a position shift is what we'll say. So from the 12th fret to the 14th fret is a position shift.
Right. Exactly. So something
So I
around
kinda
that...
hit this note, but then I slide last minute here.
Right.
Which is kind of like a Rick Graham thing to do, I think. Literally that. Exactly that.
Something around that. So...
Literally, yeah, and see, and it's cool because you can kind of add like a nice Lydian sound to it. And it starts sounding very Vi-ish.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You have used this as well in a couple of your songs, you said.
Yeah, so this one's in the song TMHC,
All right.
which is also off of Redneck Vikings from Hell. And basically, this is like it's ironically it's after that one major 7 arpeggio that I showed you that has the harmonic things. So pretty much that lick goes like
Right.
It's kind of like that goes in. That wasn't the best I could play it, but you know.
No, but cool. No, but that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Wow,
and
man.
It's like one of my go-to licks too. And like if I'm in A minor and I'm just kind of like jamming, I'm like in 5th fret, and I want to get to the 12th fret area. You get from low to high, so I call it my low to high lick.
That's pretty cool.
What else do I have?
That is...
Oh.
Yeah, it depends like where to use it. But of course, if put in the context like the way you did it, it could change a lot of things. Could do a lot of interesting stuff.
So this is in B. I like it over the G chord. So over in B minor.
Yeah.
It's over like the... Like over like a G major 7 chord. It sounds really cool then. In which case, you know, like you can transpose that for whatever key that your song is in. You know, that's why I say like, oh, it's over the 6th chord. It sounds good in a minor key, obviously.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. There's a lot that could be done with that lick, actually. A lot.
Oh, there's so much. There's so many ways I've done variations of it because I've used it a bunch of times. Like that one bluesy sounding lick, and then this lick are the ones that I use the most. And I've literally changed them a little bit to kind of suit what I'm doing for each song rhythmically and like what notes I'm playing and stuff like that. I might change a couple things here and there. There's so much you can do with it, and it's just like, to me, it's like that's a good kind of like starting core, a skeleton, if you will, for like how to construct a cool lick out of it or something.
Right. Well, that's pretty awesome, man. We learned a lot today. I mean, like, what
I've
the
got another
hell?
ripper for you also if you want.
Please, please. I was just actually thinking, like, what the hell? Because there's so much of information coming to me as well regarding this whammy bar thing. That what I'm more like, you know, from my end. But like viewers, you can let know as well how you felt about the whole thing, or you're feeling still about it, because we're still going. But like for me, that whammy bar is like throwing me off. I'm like, God damn it! I mean, I want to just get into it again. Like, you know, start doing the, oopsie, where are they? I mean, I can do the other whammy bar stuff, but the pinch harmonics thing is like, I mean,
you know, you have like the classic, you know what I'm saying? Like you just like hammer on, pull off, dive, but you can kind of like imitate that by like sliding in and out also, you know?
Exactly.
That's like classic. You have like the, which is like very, you know, 80s kind of vibe to it. I like trying
but
to...
then you have the alien vibe to it as well, if you check this out. All right.
Here's one actually, I just remembered. I don't think I tabbed it out, but like, this is kind of like a cool little... So this is a whammy bar thing. This is actually 16th fret G string, which will be a high B note. Then you grab the 15th fret high E string, which is a whole step below the harmonic you just hit.
So what you're doing is basically... Right?
Yeah, but I'm doing it with a harmonic instead. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It's literally that lick. Yeah, it's like the whole like...
Yeah, exactly. One guy is sitting like spending like fucking 3 years to learn a fucking whammy bar. Other guy comes in like, yeah, so you're basically what you're doing. You're like,
I mean, it really is that.
All right then. So what was it like?
Yeah, so pre-dive, and then pop off the 16th fret on the G string. Then grab, while that rings out, you just grab the 17th fret.
Right.
On the high. Another weird thing you can do is I always thought like a Digitech whammy pedal was like really cool sounding, but I've never owned one. But I've kind of figured out how to imitate one with the whammy bar, which is weird because that's a pedal that imitates the whammy bar, and I think it has a very distinct sound to it that I can't get with a whammy bar. But I figured out how to imitate this pedal with a whammy bar, even though it's meant to imitate my whammy. But basically, this is where you go.
What the hell? Okay.
Yeah, so this is just kind of like a weird sound. It's just like a lick that I do where it's so you can just say
right?
Yeah. So dive in, and then that's going to be 17th fret G string, which is that really high G. And you just
right.
If you hit the harmonic, then open G, and then dive back.
All right.
Yeah. And to kind of like imitate the pedal, you have to do it like really fast. It's like... it's weird, right? It's the weirdest thing ever. So I do it in Craft and the Creator, which has this like that goes. No, wait, hang on. I was in the wrong key.
Fuck, nice, man.
But yeah,
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Weird whammy stuff going on. It's just kind of like a weird way of, like I said, you know, like I remember trying to displace octaves with the way that I play guitar, but then I was like, oh wait, I can do that with, I can displace the octaves with harmonics in a whammy bar also. So it's like a weird way of just doing it.
Damn, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey, that's what I'm saying.
That's it. You nailed it. That's it.
Something. Jesus, I can't. Yeah, but practice makes the things perfect, of course. But like, this is pretty cool to be able to do like all these, you know, things on the fly, like the way like when I did for my first finished band, when I did one of the licks that I came up with, because I was back then with a lot of whammy player as well, right? So I've kind of like forgot about the whammy over there, and it just was improvising, and I came up with something similar to this, which was, so it sounds like a little bit like,
I love that. Yeah.
So it's like as if you're using the whammy.
Go down, you come back up, and it sounds like a whammy dip. You know,
exactly, exactly. Yeah,
that's perfect. I love that.
So it's just
I think kind of like imitate the whammy a little bit too, you know.
Exactly. That's what I used to do when I did not have the whammy. So it's after a while I was like, okay, is there a really need for me that much anymore? But the dynamics that you're still able to get out of whammy, you're still not able to get just out of, unless and until you have a very sculpted neck and you're, you know, doing a lot of like, you know, then it's like,
okay.
So things like that, but like
no, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just like stuff like that.
That's the string skipping, right? You got some string skipping, ladies and gentlemen. Ah!
This one's a ripper.
Right.
So basically,
all right.
This one is a very wild, zany lick. It's not all picked because I can't actually pick everything on this as fast as this needs to be played. It's all sextuplets, so 16th note triplets, and then you got 30-second notes at the end to kind of cram all the notes in at the last minute, and then that's the only way you can play this thing.
Fine.
And you start on the and of beat 4 in the previous measure.
Okay. But you go ahead first, please play, so we have an idea.
Oh, okay. I'm not very good at this one.
No worries, man. No worries. We'll learn it. We'll learn it.
Try that again.
All right.
There we go. A little bit of a wild one.
What is it exactly again? Can you show me?
Yeah, so basically you're gonna skip the D and the B string every time. So you start on the 12th fret A.
All right. Right. Right.
Yeah, so basically yeah, you just kind of cram the notes in there is all you do with this one.
Right.
You just make it fit. You're like, oh, okay, whatever. You just make it fit. You just cram the notes and make it fit. It's like it's pretty much it. It's really the thing about this one is the shape is and you just come with any pattern you want for that, you know.
Right. What I do quickly is what I've used a lot around. It's in the key of like aim. Which is similar to the.
What a ripper of a lick, dude! What an absolute ripping lick.
It's just so simple at the same time, but it sounds like, oh my god, there's thousands of things happening. Just string skipping, right? So it's like. It's like just double tapping around. And this could be done exactly the same thing right here with this one as well.
Yeah, it's like that same kind of stretch to it too, you know? It's
exactly.
Because that's the thing I've noticed, like, most people have a problem with this one is the 9th, 12th, 14th fret on the same string, you know?
It's very...
And it's not that bad, really. You get used to it.
Exactly.
You know? And then to add the strings can be a little bit uncomfortable at first. But I think, you know, over time, anyone can get it. This one, I remember, this one to me is a very Paul Gilbert kind of like string skipping thing, especially with the way that the pattern is, because it kind of goes this like hammer on pull off right here, which is like, which to me is like a very kind of like Paul Gilbert kind of like way to phrase something.
To make it even more interesting, it could be done like... Hold on. Or something
and
around that.
Interesting enough, that's actually the same kind of like sound as that first lick as well, by the way.
Right. See, I mean, like, that a lot of things can be done around it, like...
Full circle.
Well, that's pretty... Yeah. A little bit of a Lydian vibe to it and so on. That's pretty cool,
Oh,
man.
very much, yeah, very.
Right.
Cool. This
Cool.
one is... So I was actually going to have Heinrich kind of tap in and show you this one, because I don't know how to play this one. But this is one that Heinrich does that I love, and it's one of my favorite licks that he plays. And so I call this the Heinrich's One Chosen by the Arpeggio.
All right.
Which is from our song One Chosen by the Gods. And it, to me, is hard because I'm just not very good at tapping stuff. It's like the one thing I'm not perfect at. It's like the thing where I always go, tapping licks is something I have to like actually work really hard at. I have friends
you're good at licking but not tapping. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, I definitely will say that. One could assume that, I guess.
Holy shit.
This one,
whoever did the
really
guitar language, whoever came up with the guitar language has to be a fucking perv. Like, definite. There's no question about it. Finger this, finger that. All right, let's play the lick.
Yeah, so we're gonna kind of learn this one together, I think.
All right.
I think it's actually like let's see. Okay, so it's that shape is what it looks like.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like a tap 15. Yeah, that's actually... I could probably practice that one and get that up to speed.
What the hell? So he's...
It's all like left-hand taps.
Oh.
Like you hammer on out of nowhere, you know?
I don't know.
This is funny because I remember Heinrich referring to this as like the necrophagus kind of arpeggio, where you do like this, like it's like whatever arpeggio you're doing, but you tap at the ends. It's like it works perfect as triplets, like
yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
I always think of that as like Between the Buried and Me, Selkie's Endless Obsession, which does the same thing, but it's like a major, which like
right.
Which I always think is like a really cool sound to it, you know. I'm like, it's it's like the same kind of like triplet sweep, the tap on the top end, versus like starting with a hammer on and then doing the sweep. You know?
Right. So this is from one of your songs as well, right?
Yeah, this is from One Chosen by the Gods. This is Heinrich's
Yeah.
solo, and this is one of my favorite sweeps that he does. And uh, this one's kind of like his old reliable. He does this one a lot. I think it's also in our song "Slave to the Riff," but he does it with a sweep in the beginning, and it's crushingly faster as well. I think the end actually he kind of like crams like 7 notes in at the end, so it's like this like weird septuplet kind of thing.
Right.
But
Holy shit. I mean, how is he doing? Wait a minute.
it's weird, right? It's weird. Heinrich has a wild way of playing the guitar.
Ah, okay. So he's tapping the 14th with his right hand as well, right? So
Yeah, that's with his right hand. So any letter T that you see with a circle is with your left hand. It's tap the left hand.
so
Whereas without the circle is with the right hand.
okay. Vittu! Hetkinen.
Yeah, this one's hard for me, dude. It's like crushing.
Okay. I got it. Or something.
That's better than I can do it, actually, because I cannot play this lick at all.
Alright, well that's there. Like
Yeah,
it's 9. Okay. I gotta practice it. Like this is quite interesting. Of course, if you play it in that original speed that you're supposed to play, you gotta have that accuracy right there.
yeah, especially exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when I watch him do it, it's like it's insanely clean, and I'm just like, but I mean, I'm like, gosh, dude, how in the world? You know, it's just like so clean when he does it.
Right.
And I was like, I can't tap to stay my line. Oh my god, I suck at
Yeah. And then he is doing it like he is actually playing the 14th because I was tapping it. So he plays the upper, like, you know, the A string 14th fret.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's pretty nice.
What's happening here is because these are actually like this section right here is all like left hand, so it's like hammer on out of nowhere. I think he's getting his pick ready
Exactly.
right here.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, like, for the down, kind of
Exactly.
like preparing it for the
Exactly.
sleep, what he's doing. That's the only way I can kind of imagine doing this.
I mean, we got in Winter Sun. There's the Death and the Healing part as well, which is. So it's kind of like coming out of nowhere as well.
Yeah.
So it's
sometimes those like tap out of nowhere, like hammer on out of nowhere, can be hard, especially if you like a lot of distortion or gain because
exactly
it's just, like, super noisy. You have to like kind of like position your hand to mute all the other
really
strings on purpose.
exactly.
It's like
you need
so
to be
hard.
used to it. You need to be really used to your guitar as well, and you need to have that tone set accordingly so you don't mess up and so on. But damn, that was a good one. I'm gonna sit with that for a while. I'm gonna be definitely sitting with it around. I'm gonna listen to it in the song as well.
All of these, by the way, if you want, I have them all in a folder. I have it as a Guitar Pro file, and I also have it as a PDF file. If you want these, I can give them all to you.
That would be super nice, man. That would be super cool. Of course.
Yeah.
That's super cool. But like the best thing that I learned today was about the diving bombs in a way, using the best out of it instead of just doing like I have whammy. Like, okay, yeah, we all know you got a whammy bar, right? Okay, that's cool. So that was cool to learn like a little bit of like, especially the one that I liked the most was this one. Sorry. What the fuck? Where are you? Yeah, this one.
Oh, yeah, that, it's kind of that interval that like
Exactly. That's
like
so
it's like a
cool.
very Dream Theater kind of like weird. Like whoa, it's like
Yeah.
Orion sounding or something. You're like, what in the world happened? Like, yeah, it's a really cool sound.
Okay. The other thing that I learned was regarding that chicken picking thing. This one.
Like it's so silly how simple it is, but yet it's like weird at the same time, and it kind of like
Right.
trips you up a little bit. But like you're like, oh, that's all it is. And it's like, yeah, that's literally all it is. It's just that. That's how you
I
make
mean,
it to a
I
new
used to
guitar.
do a lot of this kind of stuff, which is. Let me show you.
Oh yeah,
So it's like. Right? Just adding one note to it. So that was like what I used to do with the finger picking. But like with this, I did not. I never thought about.
yeah.
So that's pretty cool. All right. Well, that's nice, man. I learned a lot today. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Did you learn something? Did you like the licking? I mean, we licked a lot. We licked a lot today, man. We licked a lot. Exactly.
we did lick. We licked a lot. In fact, we learned. We licked. We laughed.
Exactly. That was so cool. I mean, like this is something that's gonna continue, of course. And that doesn't mean that, of course, now you're just once here. You can't, showcase new stuff as well. Like after a while, we should do another episode as well. Like that would be
Yeah.
that'd be definitely
Yeah,
something.
I have a plethora of weird zany ones. I think there's a
Yeah.
couple. I was like up last night, like trying to like finish a couple more tabs real quick. That I was
Oh
thinking,
man,
wait,
you're
this would be good
sweet.
too, and then
Damn,
oh, this was good.
that's super
But
nice of
yeah,
you.
like I'll give you a bunch of these, and I have like a bunch of other ones too.
Wow.
Plus, there's ones that I can steal from Heinrich and be like, okay, let's try to do this one together because this one's gonna be rough.
Oh yeah. About the string skipping one, actually, yeah. I did not think of that positioning before because I've been so locked into my own zone of doing what I know I did. Like the same thing what you did here. Of course, you can apply the same thing in the, I think, diminish as well. Yeah. I mean, the same setting could be used. So that's
yeah.
what we have been doing. Like, there are certain things I did some guest solos around with. These kind of things.
Ripper. I love that. That's a sick lick. I love that. That's a sick lick right there.
It's yet again simple. It's based on the same shit, which you just showed me. Based on the same shit. So this is the funny bit. Like when we listen to the things, we think that they are so differently done. But yet when we bring them down and we break them and start to understand them, it's like, what the hell? So that's how it was done. Like when we were kids, for instance, just imagine even like Kirk's solos were like, oh my God, what is he doing? Oh my God, that guy, how did he do it? Like, how was that even? Like, oh my God, James played it even. Oh my God. like what? So, in time, of course.
It's funny because I remember I'm like really good friends with the guitar tech who techs for Between the Buried and Me, and their guitarist Paul is like really insanely good, and like their guitar tech Andy is also insanely good at guitar too, but Andy always has this guy Paul that he's always like teching for, and he goes like, Paul's so much better than me. And Paul one time was just like, Andy, I'm not playing anything that you couldn't play. He's like, it's nothing crazy. And he said something that was like really kind of cool, where it was like, there's no such thing as like a guitar player who's like better than anyone else at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? It's like we just kind of tackle the same thing from a different angle.
Correct. Exactly. Exactly.
It's funny because like these are the same things. You know what I'm saying? We're all kind of doing very similar things. It's just that the way that we like might hit the attack or like what like kind of like
that's
go back
about
and
it.
forth between, like that's the little nuances of phrasing that's different from person to person.
Exactly. That's what makes the guitar player unique in that sense as well. Because at the end of the day, we do have 24 frets. At the end of the day, we did start getting the 7-string guitars. Well, nowadays there are 8 strings available, and then some people have way more strings. Yeah, but like the
I've seen 9
notations.
and 10 and more. I'm like,
Oh man, oh my. What did Jared? What's his name? Jared Deans or Jared Dines? Like, how many did he have?
yeah.
18 strings. Like,
I can't remember now. Yeah, it was like
yeah, we were on tour with the Arch
they're
Enemy at
hilarious.
that time, and actually Jeff came to me and said, like, did you see that ridiculousness? We're just laughing about it throughout the tour. We were like, well, hell with that. Like, I mean, that's just a showcase of like going to a NAMM and having a guitar that you can, show off and so on. Like, hey, come on.
I'm about the meme. I'm about it because it's just like hilarious, and I'm glad it wasn't me that did it because I don't want to pay for it. But I'm glad someone else did, so I can like be like, "That's a really good meme,"
Which
and
meme?
it's done. It's, just having a ridiculous guitar with a ridiculous amount of strings on it. It's just like the funniest thing ever to me. I think it's like so hilarious.
It's like, yeah, not for me. I mean, it took me so many years to even start doing the 7 strings as well, and now I tried the 8 string. The only guitar that I've tried is the 8 string guitar was of my guitar player, and from True Cult Club, and that was the first time I had the Strandberg. Sorry.
Yeah.
And
I always want to call him Steinberg. They remind me of Steinberg.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's a Steinberg. Yeah, Steinberg guitar made by the Cubase people. Like, and when I played it, I was just like, okay, what toy is this? That literally had no weight. It had an amazing kind of a neck. Like, it just felt great to play. But I think I'm fine with 7, man. 7 is maybe after 5-6 years, I'm gonna go like, okay, now I'm fine with 8.
Headstock feels weird to me. Like it's just like I didn't realize this headstock was a comfort zone for me.
Right.
And like I played when I was like, I don't have a headstock. This doesn't feel right. Like when the world's going on.
Exactly. That just feels weird, right? And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
like, wow,
joking
this
with
is
you.
like a
If you
comfort zone
pick
for
up
me.
that guitar, it just feels like you've just picked up like maybe your wallet. I mean, not with that uncomfortable, like, like,
wallet.
wow, man. I'm gonna next time we're gonna meet, like we go outside somewhere to a burger joint, I'm gonna say like, hey, did you bring your own burger?
It's like a hockey puck. Like.
Damn, man. Oh my god. But definitely, Donny, I have to thank you very much for this episode 1.
Yeah.
And especially teaching a lot of interesting stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you about it already. He's an excellent, I've said it always, he's an excellent guitar player. Very, very interesting technique, and especially the fact that he plays on super thick strings in the standard tuning is just pretty darn cool, right? Even I have to change my
guitar, I've gone down to 10s on this one. But this is 27-inch scale length, though.
Right, exactly. So it makes it to 11. It makes it to mine, actually, right now, I think so.
Yeah, on this one, on my normal 7-string that's like fixed bridge, it's 26.5 scale length.
Right.
But I play 11s on that one.
And that's in standard, right?
That's in standard, yeah. Yeah, it's like, it takes every ounce of you to, like, vibrato. Like,
It's like, what the hell? Right, exactly. I mean, I'm using,
but I can pick so much cleaner on it, though, is the thing. Because it's like a thicker string. It's like it doesn't move when I hit it.
It doesn't move,
so
no.
Yeah,
But
so it's like exactly right where I left it. When I hit it, it's like it's there again. So I can just play it so fast. It's like
that's why, exactly. I've been struggling with playing on the tremolo as well, in that sense as well, because if I play the same thing, which I have 12 to 60 on the 6-string guitars, which is 25.5, any of them, I use 12 to 60, and that's where I'm able to play because it doesn't move. It's a fixed, first of all, it's ever tune. But these I have struggles with this, even the same gauge, because the vibration is so different. So maybe I should actually do something like similar to you and maybe try that out and break my hands and throw the guitar out of the window or something.
Just go up a gauge and give it the old college try and
old college
like you'll be like,
try.
oh, my right hand feels good, but in your left hand you're like, oh, that sucks, my left hand, but the right hand's good.
Exactly. Because I'm all about like
it's fine. Instead of bending the note like this, like just go. Instead, use the whammy bar.
Hey, that's why
You're
you got
fine.
that stick, man. That's why you whamster. No, not whamster. What was it? Whamsist.
A whamster? That's pretty good also. Like a hamster who has like a wham like
Yeah.
he's playing the whammy bar like crazy. He's
Right.
a whamster.
Exactly.
Pretty good.
Exactly. Oh man. Exactly. But anyways, Donny, thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a follow. And if you're interested to take some lessons from him, you can contact him as well. And he does a lot of excellent Twitch streaming as well. He is one of the reasons, actually, I said yes to Twitch. So blame him. And because I still do not forget that day.
For this madness.
Exactly. I still don't remember. I forget that day I was writing to Donny. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it. It's like, nah, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. You'll do it.
Yeah, just do it. I'm like, yeah, just do it, man. Like
Right.
you'll hit affiliate like no like that. Like I promise you, just do it. It's fine. And then like that's literally like what happened. Like 7 days, like immediately. Like that's the smallest amount you can do it. You're like, yep, affiliate easily.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like, you know, many people do not understand that how much hard work is put into streaming as well. They need to really understand that. Like, till today, we deal with fucking audio issues. We still deal with audio issues. It's like insane. But like, you guys should definitely give him a follow there. Check his streams out, and you know, show him some love. We all need some loving in these hot times. You know what I mean. But what are we gonna do now? Is we let this sink in. You know, everybody should comment as well if they have been able to learn something out of, and if they have made their own licks out of these licks which we learned today, and try to, you know, comment it down there, and let's start making the LickHub community around. I think that's going to be interesting stuff that could come around, like all the guitar players can start licking together.
It's just a big lick fest. I like what Syndicated said, where he said, a whammist is a person who likes Wham, especially Last Christmas.
Wow!
What if there was like an entire cover of Last Christmas, but you did everything with the whammy bar? Like every note you have to like wham in and out of it. Like
oh my god.
Every single thing. Like
that's it. I mean, that's not
perfect content. Content.
Oh my god, that should be made, like, you know, there should be just like you just can come to a channel or just stream only whammying things around. Oh my god, think about that. That's gonna be so ridiculous. Okay.
I had a title of my stream one time where I titled it "Subscribe to my only whams."
Only whams, right?
Yeah.
What do you have of Wham Fam, right?
I call everyone who follows me. I call them the Wham Fam.
Exactly. That's so insane. That's definitely Donnie's thing. Like,
you gotta lean into the meme. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta lean into it. Like,
right. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. But yeah. Once again, thank you. And I gotta start working on these things as well. Play more, a little bit, learn more, and maybe next episode we're gonna check these out first to, you know, get your approval that have I done it good or not. Maybe. Not promising anything. Not promising anything.
Yeah, I mean, if you did that to me, I wouldn't promise anything either. So
I mean, to be honestly speaking, we don't even have time to even kind of like, you know, check which tuning the shit is in before starting streaming.
I literally didn't even tune before I started. This is like, well, actually, let me check my tuning real quick too.
Right, exactly. I quickly just, you know, acoustically checked the tuning. I was like, okay, it's in tune. I'm just gonna put the capo on it. We're just gonna go. So it was.
I just strum it, and I go, that's close enough for punk rock.
Right. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, but like, this is the best part about Evertune. I don't have to worry about shit. I just pick up the guitar, rock and roll. Like that's it.
Oh yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, I want one for recording rhythm guitar parts, like so
Definitely.
badly. Like I need to get my hands on one just to record rhythm guitar parts. You know what I'm saying? It's like tune it one time and do a whole album. You're fine. Like,
absolutely. then you can bring your stick to do all the other things if you want to do that.
And that's literally how I record anyway. You know what I'm saying? I record all my guitar parts with a fixed bridge, and then basically leads. I might grab this guitar, but if it doesn't have any whams, I just don't even bother. I'm like, I'll just keep using the same fixed bridge guitar. Who cares? You know?
Exactly. No, I've been very, very adamant about bringing the tremolo to Evertune as well, and they've been working on it. But of course, to innovate something different, like new thing, it takes time. It took already time for the creator of Evertune to even create Evertune and make it like become what it is. So it's gonna take a little bit more time, but I do have faith in them. Like that once that is out there, I'm all about whamming. Famming.
I think it'd be a game changer, honestly. You know, just like a tremolo unit that like is guaranteed to stay in tune. And I know like Ibanez has the ZR thing, and I love the ZR Edge. I love it because I have an Ibanez that has the ZR trim on it, with the one that has like the ball bearings.
Yeah.
That like is kind of like, you know, it came on the S's back in like 2008.
Yeah.
And I have a Prestige Ibanez S. It's like I love that guitar to death because it's great looking guitar. It stays like literally I don't touch it for months and it stays in tune. But you can't do like the warble like you know, you can't do the warble sound with it, unfortunately. But that's the trade-off you get for it to stay in tune. And so I'm like, well,
Precisely.
that's not a big deal breaker for me, you know.
Right.
That's okay. But yeah, you know, like I like the ZR Edge from Ibanez a lot. I think it's like a step in the right direction, you know.
Right.
I'm not the hip shot makes the trem setter, which is a little weird to set up, and it's, you know, like a little wild. It works pretty good, but it's a little tough to kind of set up. You gotta get it just right. If it ain't just right, it's just wrong, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I think something from Evertune would be like a game changer, you know.
Absolutely. I'm just waiting for that day to come. That's gonna be fantastic. They already are like very near to have the Evertune 2, which is gonna be smaller size than this Evertune. It's quite bulky. I mean, there's no question about it, right? This is quite big. I mean, they're gonna make it smaller and stuff like this so that it just doesn't take that much wood out of your guitar if you're placing it into completely like in this case, I had this low edge bridge here that had to be taken out, of course, then put the new, like, you know, wood piece and blah 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 and so on and so on. So that's gonna help in that sense a lot to have that sustain, which everybody's saying about, like, yeah, I lost the sustain, so I'm not gonna use Evertune because the sustain is gone.
So I mean, like I don't know. I tried a guitar with Evertune on it, and it seemed pretty good to me. Like I was like, oh, this is fine. I don't see any problem with this at all. In fact, it was so in tune that it sounded fake to me. I was like, this is too much in tune right now.
Exactly.
Like, wow, everything I've been hearing my whole life was not in tune perfectly. Like, you know, a little bit alarming.
And this guy is. Like, damn. All right. Well, peeps, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for coming to the stream. And thank you for learning things. Thank you for teaching things, Donny.
And I learned you. I learned you.
Oh man, come on, man! It's been a pleasure. It's always a great thing to actually learn from each other instead of being like, you know, sitting in a corner. And I guarantee you this thing, people. Everybody who you believe is like, you know, sitting at home and had been a genius has learned from somewhere, and it's he or she is still learning. Maybe they're not showcasing, but at the end of the day, you can check out their YouTube history or something like that. It's gonna be full of licks. I mean, lickings. I mean, guitar licks. Learning guitar licks. And that's what the guitar... What?
Maybe both depending on their content.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's what's going to happen with the LickHub as well. We're going to make it. We're going to, you know, we're going to make this hub good for each other. Everybody can learn and everybody can lick. Anyways, all right, wrapping it up. Thank you. You have a great morning or afternoon, I believe, by now.
Yeah, yes. It's about 3:20 for me.
Right. So the afternoon. And then later on, people, I think I might go online a little bit for a little while to learn 1 or 2 songs on Twitch, because I've started to do these cover things as well. So I am going to do that, probably learn 1 or 2 songs before I go home. And on this Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, which is 29th, 29th of April. I've got Trey Zavia from Gear Gods coming up on the YouTube channel for a chit chat. That's going to be interesting. So you guys should definitely come by and say hello. And not to my little friend, but yeah. Okay. Cheerio, people. Take care of yourself. Have a great evening or a great morning, great night, wherever you are. If you are on Mars, well, thank you for tuning in. Check in on Earth. And if you are not, then get your ass there. Cheerio. Take care. Ciao, ciao. Once again.